The stress at work is killing me, so I decided to start shitposting online. What do you do when you're in love with your boss? I want to have 11 of his babies. Got distracted during a meeting today and the boss chewed me out. It was amazing. I just wanted to pin him down and kiss him senseless. Am I sticking with this 0.0004 million a year job for love? Yes. I love my boss. Is it possible he loves me too and is going to give me his Rolex, his Riverside penthouse, and his Rolls-Royce? The replies poured in. Did you get electrocuted by your work computer? Food poisoning from your takeout? But then one comment stood out. Why does it have to be that old man? His brother is younger and stronger. He's the one who deserves to have 11 kids with you. I'll admit, seeing that comment sent me into a 3-second panic. I was terrified my cover was blown and my dignity was about to follow. I scrambled to my profile page and triple-checked everything. Besides my IP address, there was no other personal information. I had even set my gender to male. The comments section wasn't helping. Men can't have babies, you know. But if it's a dominant CEO alpha and his sweet, submissive omega subordinate, then it works. My profile was clean, and I had never posted anything about my real life on this account. No one should have been able to figure out who was behind the screen. The commenter had a private account. Other than sharing my IP location, there was no other info. They probably just figured all powerful CEOs have younger brothers. After all, the boss in the office next to mine has one, and so does the one next to him. And so does my boss. The boss's brother. He's about 18 or 19. So young he's practically glowing. He's still in college, but our boss makes him clock in at the office every day. It'd be better if he didn't. When he does show up, he doesn't do any actual work. He just loves ordering me around. He's got a handsome face and a sharp tongue. And he never stops finding things for me to do. I serve 2 masters but only get paid 1 measly salary. No. Even a butler gets paid more than this. Just thinking about it makes me miserable. Time to blow off some more steam. I changed my username to gonna have my boss's soccer team and kept the crazy train rolling. You guys don't get it. My boss said having me is what gives him a future, and that we'll build it together. He also said that protecting the company means protecting me. I'm so moved. He loves me so much, and I'm definitely going to have 11 babies for him. Of course, the original speech happened at the company's annual party. My boss was holding a microphone, speaking passionately. I will protect this company, and I will protect all of you. With you, this company has a future. From now on, let's work together to create even greater success. After posting, I went to sleep. It was 4 a.m., after all. If I didn't get some sleep, it would be time for work through gritted teeth. Today, the atmosphere in the office is weird. Stacy'd med me. Leo got here at 7 this morning. He got into a huge fight with the big boss in his office. Both of them are furious, so watch your back. It wasn't time for my coffee run yet. I sat at my desk, gossiping with Stacy. What? Are the 2 brothers finally fighting over cross enterprises? Starting the day with 5-star gossip. Perfect. Stacy didn't hold back, totally. Leo straight up said, Ethan, cross enterprises isn't just yours. Me, oh my god, a real-life sibling rivalry. Stacy, and then Leo said. He wants it all, the woman and the company. Whoa, this is juicy. There's a love story, too. I love it. Can't get enough. I quickly urged her on, what else? Tell me. I could see the typing indicator on her end. Then, a cold voice came from behind me. Is company time for you 2 to sit here and gossip about who's fighting with whom? Crap. It's the boss's brother. Leo Cross. Did he fail at his corporate coup and decide to take his anger out on his brother's assistant? A cold sweat trickled down my back as I quickly closed the chat window. I stood up, heart pounding. I made the coffee, hands shaking. Leo was acting strange today, dressed all formally. A custom-tailored black suit made him look tall and long-legged. The buttons on his shirt were done up perfectly. A Rolex was fastened on his left wrist. I have to say, at first glance, he looked the part. He almost had his brother's commanding presence. But while my 30-year-old boss has an air of maturity, his 19-year-old brother's features are still so fresh. No matter how maturely he dressed, he still looked a little reckless. Leo took the coffee and, like a peacock fanning its feathers, asked me, "So, what do you think of me?" Geez, does a low-level employee making $3,000 a month really have to pick a side? This company really takes its people-first policy seriously. I told him. "You look great, Mr. Cross. A lot like your brother." Leo's brow furrowed, and he mumbled his last words so quietly I could barely hear them. "You just don't appreciate the advantages of youth." I didn't quite catch that. I asked. "I'm sorry, what did you say?" Before Leo could answer, my boss cut in. "Leo, don't you have your own assistant? Why are you using mine? Layla, come make me a coffee." Leo shot back irritably. "Because I want to." But my boss's command overrode him. I followed my boss into his office. I didn't understand what was happening today. Because today, both brothers were acting weird. The younger one was acting like the older one. And the older one was acting like the younger one. My boss is usually so buttoned up, he'd probably fasten his suit jacket all the way to his chin if he could. Of course, it wouldn't do much good. He works out, so his body is so muscular that his suits always look like they're about to burst at the seams. We secretly call him the muscle mom. But today, he wasn't even trying to hide it. His stylish outfit showed off a powerful chest and strong biceps. It was hard not to imagine the perfect six-pack underneath. So hot. He's really trying. I have to say, the woman who has both Cross brothers fighting over her must be something else. And the Cross brothers have something else, too. They're just too cheap. I thought about the $2,500 monthly salary that just hit my bank account and my vision went dark. Time for the corporate drone to get to work. Today, my boss had a ton of documents to prepare. And Leo had a ton of questions. I was spinning around like a top. I give up. When brothers fight, it's usually the parents' fault. I mentally cursed out my boss's entire family. I clocked out at 6. After a full meal and a shower at home, I lay in bed scrolling on my phone. Yesterday's post was a little too out there, so it didn't get much traction. As I scrolled down, I saw a new comment from the user who'd mentioned the boss's brother. He'd left it last night. The old man will just make empty promises. A younger man's love is pure and passionate. I suggest you choose the boss's brother. Well, a fan of the younger brother. I decided to give him what he wanted and lean into the madness. I just realized the boss's brother is really handsome too. I don't think I want to have 11 kids with the boss anymore. The brother enthusiast reappeared instantly. "Bedrock, good that you've come to your senses." I replied, "I think so too. Now I want the best of both worlds. I'll have 6 kids with the boss and 5 with his brother. It's not that I'm playing favorites, it's just that 11 is an odd number and hard to split evenly." Bedrock. Another user, LMOO, you're incredible. I made another post. If the boss and his brother were both in love with me, could I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday with the boss, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday with the brother, and hire a male model on Sundays? I even changed my username. Now it was, what do I do when the boss and his brother love me too much? My followers were totally playing along. You can, girl, you totally can. That's right. If you like one person, be bold. If you like 2 people, be fair. Ha ha ha, girl, let me fluff your pillow for you so you can have sweeter dreams. Only the younger brother Fan, Bedrock, wasn't having it. Bedrock, love can't be shared. He was immediately shot down by other users. It's just two. I joined in, it's just two. My followers also started enthusiastically sharing their private stashes of trashy romance novels, the kind with 2, 3, or even more male leads. I said nothing, just quietly opened my cloud drive. Save. After saving, I opened them up and began a blissful literary analysis. Fan-recommended novels are always so much better than the ones you find yourself. These books were amazing. My husband could die next to me, and I wouldn't even notice. Ugh, staying up all night reading fanfiction definitely made me late. The time clock showed I was 3 minutes late. There goes my perfect attendance bonus for the month. I'm devastated. And it gets worse. My boss caught me in the act. He didn't say anything. But I could feel the low-pressure storm brewing around him, ready to explode at any moment. As a seasoned corporate drone, I was prepared to accept my capitalist punishment. But instead, my boss just said, "Layla, you're my assistant." And then, silence. So weird. I figured he was trying to add some profound meaning to my too much work, too little pay, too far from home job. He was probably going to follow up with, "An executive assistant needs to lead by example." But instead, he just asked out of the blue, "What do you think of my outfit today?" What kind of new tactic was this? I nervously looked up and froze. My boss looked so flashy today, like a supermodel on his way to a fashion show. Is our company's performance really that bad lately? Does the boss have to resort to selling his looks? I was struggling with how to answer, so I stayed quiet. He got a little impatient. "Well, say something. Is this look better, or is the suit I usually wear better?" I thought the whole intellectual bad boy, villain in a tailored suit thing looked way better on him. Paired with a name like Ethan Cross. The vibe was just perfect. I was starting to suspect I was an NPC in some kind of romance novel. Because I'm also a little twisted. When Ethan would scold me while wearing his gold-rimmed glasses, I actually got a thrill out of it. For a moment, I'd even forgive my pitiful salary. But the Ethan in front of me now just looked like a runway model. It felt wrong. A wage slave has a lot of complaints about their boss, but they usually don't say them to his face. I played it safe. "With your physique, Mr. Cross, you look good in anything." Ethan didn't seem satisfied with my answer. He asked again. "Seriously, what style of clothing suits me better? Answer properly. If I like your answer, I'll have HR erase your tardiness." Was this for real? My eyes lit up. I followed Ethan into the elevator and began a detailed analysis. "A suit complements your professional demeanor much better, Mr. Cross. First, as a successful executive, you have a commanding and mature presence. Second, your body proportions are perfect." I analyzed with great seriousness. All the way from the private executive elevator to the executive office. Finally, I reached my conclusion. In summary, I personally recommend that you continue wearing suits, Mr. Cross. Ethan had a thoughtful expression on his face. Who knows if he actually listened? After placating the boss, I could finally return to my desk and slack off. Leo wasn't in today, so there were no weird tasks. The drone was free. I opened up my social media and saw that my post had gone viral. The one about if the boss and his brother were both in love with me, could I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday with the boss, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday with the brother, and hire a male model on Sundays? People were having a field day with it. The older brother is always the main one. I vote for the brother as the official partner. +1, I've been here since the OP only loved the boss. I'll bet you a bag of chips the younger brother is some kind of homewrecker who seduced our girl. Homewreckers can only be the side piece. Girl, you can have my husband. Can I come with you on Sunday for the male models? Me too. Does the OP have room in her harem? I'll send my mortal enemy over. You don't have to do much, just have 3 of his sons. That way, the remaining 8 can be split evenly between the boss and his brother. See how thoughtful I am? She's just talking big, she doesn't actually have to have 11 kids. Finally, a sane person. But then they immediately replied to their own comment. It could be 108. Below that was a flood of laughter. Is she trying to collect them all, like trading cards? Yeah, let her birth her own Justice League. That's intense. If she has them all, there'll be none left for the rest of us. And then there was our old friend, Bedrock. He had spammed dozens of comments by himself. How can you be so greedy? Love is about devotion to one person. What if you have to choose? Who would you pick? Say something. Why are you silent? Answer me. Please, just give me an answer. Each comment was posted about half an hour apart. The most recent one was from 20 minutes ago. He was relentless. Why was he so desperate for an answer? Something was up. His persistent questions made it seem like he knew me. Could Bedrock be Leo? Oh, this is bad. The entire internet is about to witness my humiliation. No. The biggest illusion in the world is thinking someone has a crush on you. A rich kid like Leo has seen countless beautiful women. Why would he fall for me and my $2,500 a month salary? That's like saying the President of the United States fell in love with me, his cleaning lady. But Bedrock's behavior was too weird. It freaked me out enough to double-check again that I hadn't leaked any personal info. The phone number used for registration was my grandma's. The ID for verification was also my grandma's. There was no way to trace it back to me. All my posts were complete nonsense. There was no way I could be identified. I had reason to believe Bedrock was some other rich kid who was fighting with his CEO brother over a girl. He lost. And now he's online looking for validation. He gave me a good scare. My heart settled down a bit, and my desire to be a little shit started stirring again. I'm a very vengeful person. Let's see if I can provoke him a little. Me, if I had to choose one, I'd choose the boss, because he's richer. Bedrock replied instantly, they're from the same family. The younger brother is rich too. Me, but the younger brother isn't the heir. Bedrock, the brother can fight for it. Me, you don't get it. An older man knows how to take care of you. Bedrock, a younger man can take care of you too. Bedrock, and younger men have more energy. In every sense of the word. Oh, a stubborn one. He had a comeback for everything I said. I decided to go for the kill. Me, actually, love doesn't need a reason. Other users jumped on the bandwagon, copy-pasting. Actually, love doesn't need a reason. Actually, love doesn't need a reason. The annoying phrase was repeated 100 times. Checkmate. He went silent. 10 minutes later, I got a call from the manager of the product department. Layla, I have an urgent file that you need to deliver to Leo at the branch office across town. Is this really my job? Who does he think he is, ordering me around? Wait a minute. Why is Leo at the branch office? Hasn't he always been at headquarters? That's not important. What's important is that there's a place with amazing tiramisu over there. I can swing by and grab some on my way. And it's closer to my apartment. This is a great idea. I took the job. While waiting in line to pay, I caught up on some gossip in the company group chat. Did you guys hear? The big boss exiled Leo to the branch office. That's harsh. That's how it always is when there's a fight for the throne. But I heard it was over a woman this time. Someone at headquarters. The big boss doesn't want Leo to have any chance to see her. Who is it? No idea. The brothers used to get along so well. They only started fighting recently, so it's probably someone who started working here recently. My guess is it's that rich girl, Chloe, who's just here for the experience. I'm voting for Chloe too. A couple of days ago, Leo and Chloe were chatting in his office all morning, and the big boss threw a huge fit. He said Leo was supposed to be at the company to work, not to start an office romance. Really? That's basically confirmation. Wait, how do you know all this? I happened to be on the 27th floor for a report that day. Well, if it's Chloe, with that face, it all makes sense. Oh my God. Are the big boss and Leo going to have a falling out over Chloe? Is it going to affect Cross Enterprises and my job? Where else am I going to find a job with benefits this good? All the main characters have appeared. And there wasn't a single mention of me in the gossip. So that means Bedrock either isn't Leo. Or even if he is Leo, he's not after me. My account hasn't been exposed. My dignity is safe. My heart completely relaxed. The sky seemed bluer, the clouds whiter, and the gossip even juicier. I excitedly jumped into the chat. The big boss and Leo are so clueless. Our Chloe is the only daughter of the richest man in the city. They should just learn to share and have a throuple. Me, after all, it's just two. Stacy, one more word and you'll get censored. Seriously. What a buzzkill. After buying the tiramisu, I leisurely went to deliver the file. When I pushed the door open, I saw Leo, dressed in a suit, standing in front of a floor-to-ceiling window that overlooked the river and half the city. The sun was setting, casting a golden glow over everything. The lights seemed to envelop him, trapping him. He was hunched over slightly, as if trying to make himself smaller to ease some pain. He looked like a lonely soul who had lost something precious. Forlorn. I cautiously handed him the documents. Mr. Cross, here are the files you wanted. Leo finally turned around. His eyes were red, as if he'd been crying. It must be tough to lose the fight for succession and get exiled from the center of power. Leo took the files and asked in a low voice. Layla, what is love, really? Looks like he lost the girl, too. How do you comfort a guy? I have no idea. All I know how to say is don't be sad and cheer up. Whatever, I'll just wing it. Love is the passionate affirmation of another's essential being, the active establishment of a relationship, and a mutual union based on the preservation of each individual's independence and integrity. The essence of love is to give, not to receive, and its purpose is to. He cut me off. Layla. Leo's eyes were filled with conflict as he looked at me. Finally, he let out a soft sigh. Layla, can I just have a hug? Just for a second. I agreed. Comforting a sad puppy is a civic duty. But Leo hugged me too tightly. I couldn't even get any words of comfort out. But I still had to share the gossip in the group chat. I even had the caption ready. Our big boss is a real winner. He's got both love and a career. After finally consoling the puppy, I made it to the underground parking garage. I had just pulled out my phone when I got a message from the rumored love interest herself, Chloe. Layla, you won't believe this. Mr. Cross just chewed out our product department manager. What? Didn't the boss go to the next city over with his other assistant to discuss a partnership? My phone vibrated again. Another message from Chloe. Mr. Cross came back and couldn't find you, so he stormed over to the product department and started yelling, "Is there no one left in your department? What file was so important that you needed my assistant to deliver it personally?" He's so possessive. It's not weird for friends to talk like this. I guess you could call it a humble brag. The problem is, I'm not that close with Chloe. I thought about it. And then I got it. She wanted me to be her messenger, to let Leo know that he was out of the game. That poor kid. I sent Leo a message. Leo, you're just hung up on this because you haven't seen enough of the world. Once you get out there more, you'll realize there are so many more amazing things waiting for you. Don't get stuck in a rut. He didn't reply. Today I could clock out from the field. That meant I could go home early and enjoy my tiramisu. My cousin, who works in the company's finance department, sent me a message. Cousin, hey, Layla, just giving you a heads up. Since you've only been here for half a year, your year-end bonus is going to be a bit lower than the other long-term employees. How low could it be? I quickly asked, how much? Cousin, probably around 15,000 after taxes. Me, what? Me, it's the middle of winter, not April Fool's Day. Cousin, did you not listen to me when I told you the pay at Cross Enterprises was good? A year ago, when I was job hunting after graduation, my cousin tried to persuade me. Layla, you went to good schools for your undergrad and masters. Why don't you come work at Cross Enterprises? She even solemnly promised. The compensation at Cross Enterprises is famous in the industry. So I came. My first paycheck was for $2,500. I figured my cousin had a hiring quota to meet. And if she didn't meet it, she'd get zapped with a cattle prod. So she tricked me into coming here. Looking at her sallow face and remembering our childhood friendship, I couldn't bring myself to execute her. I just forced her to treat me to countless hot pot dinners. Turns out my cousin wasn't lying. The year-end bonus really is huge. On the other end of the line, my cousin was still typing. I've been here for 3 years, so my bonus is around 60,000. There's also a raffle at the annual party with prizes like a 10-day, all-expenses-paid trip to Europe and all sorts of luxury goods. Even if you don't win, the consolation prize is a $1,000 cash bonus. I hugged my phone and cried the sincere tears of a corporate drone. I opened up my social media. And, using my grandma's account, continued my descent into madness. New achievement unlocked, 15 rounds in one night. The boss is so powerful. I'm so happy. My followers quickly logged on. Can someone at her company get this girl a new computer? Look what the electric shocks have done to her. This chick is getting more unhinged by the day. Her posts are drifting further from humanity and closer to the underworld. She must have been rubbed raw. She probably means she got yelled at 15 times while working late. Or her proposal got rejected 15 times. If it were anyone else, I'd think this was a dirty post, but from her, it's definitely a cry for help. Her mental state is just on another level. They just don't get it. That's $15,000. A whole 15,000. At that rate, I'll be making at least 30,000 a year in bonuses. That's my bright and glorious future. As long as the horse is well fed, it will gallop ahead. I swore an oath in the comments, I'm chaining myself to my boss. We'll never be apart. The replies. You okay? It's over. The boss yelled her into developing a kink. Mental health hotline, 988. This girl's positive attitude is, something else. Only Bedrock had a complete meltdown. I get it now. You're all right. Love can be shared. Being the side piece is better than having nothing at all. I can't give up. I want to join this family. Tomorrow, I'm going to lay it all out for my brother. Wait, what? What did he get? I didn't do anything. Is this some kind of quantum entanglement where I've altered someone's destiny? Bedrock's account was deleted. It turned into a string of cold numbers. Soon, everyone realized that Bedrock's brand of crazy wasn't an act. Wait a minute, I think we actually have a guy who's in love with his sister-in-law here. This is super weird. Girl, I always thought you were just trolling. Don't tell me everything you said was true. OP, you don't think Bedrock actually knows you, do you? Someone screenshotted all of Bedrock's comments and posted a serious analysis. I fully appreciate the OP's unhinged energy, but I think your cover might be blown. And the other guy is taking everything you say seriously. I suddenly thought of Leo. My heart skipped a beat. But then I remembered the gossip from the company group chat. Chloe's beautiful face flashed in my memory, a stunning image. Maybe he does know her. Because the timeline matches up perfectly with Leo. And if you put Leo in that role, the logic works. But I'm not the main character, Heh heh. I'm going to bed early tonight. Maybe there'll be some juicy drama tomorrow. Friday mornings are usually a mix of hope and despair. But today was different. The prospect of money had this corporate drone fired up. My boss in his suit and gold-rimmed glasses was looking better and better. I really just wanted to grab him and plant a couple of kisses on him. And then shout, "Boss, I love you." A love that has nothing to do with romance. It's the purest form of worship for a sugar daddy. And most importantly, Leo was here. He was dressed in somber black. He looked like he was ready to burn his bridges. He stormed into the CEO's office. Oh my God. Bedrock really is Leo. My heart was pounding so hard it felt like it was going to leap out of my chest. I immediately crouched down by the office door, snooping like a little spy. After a moment of silence, Leo spoke first. "Bro, I need to talk to you about something." "Go ahead. I know you're good to me, and I know you're willing to share the family business with me. I respect and love you too. Get to the point. I think love can be shared, too." What kind of crazy talk is that? I'm not crazy. This is the conclusion I've reached after a lot of thought. I don't want to put her in a difficult position, and I don't want to put you in one either. Are you sick in the head? Yes, I am. I've even been imagining how the three of us could make it work. Bro, nothing is more important than happiness. Holy crap. The argument inside was getting louder. I think a cup was smashed. I pressed my ear closer to the door. Leo. What the hell are you talking about? Bro. I don't have any other choice. Get the hell out. I'm not leaving. I have to make this clear today. A cold laugh. I shouldn't have just sent you to the branch office. I should have sent you straight to Africa, to manage our minds. So what if you do? She has me in her heart. If she has you in her heart, why are you willing to share her with me? What do you take her for? I heard the sound of flesh hitting flesh. Oh shit. They're fighting. Should I go in and stop them? Nah. What if they start hitting me too? Wait. This is the perfect time to go in. A slap in the face could be worth a lot of money. I was about to stand up when I realized someone was behind me. It scared the crap out of me. It's normal for coworkers to gossip together, as long as it's not one of the main characters. I turned to see who it was, so we could compare notes later. My eyes met Chloe's, a pair of big, beautiful eyes that seemed to be smiling but not smiling. I'm screwed. Why is it the actual love interest? My future boss's wife. And she caught me finding out about their business. It's over. It's all over. She's definitely going to think, this employee must be eliminated. I just started to appreciate how good this company is. Am I about to lose it all? But Chloe just gently pulled on my arm. She whispered. It's fine, let's just listen until they're done. Her voice was so sweet. I take back what I said about not being close with her. From now on, she's my best friend. Of course. My attention immediately flew back to the brotherly drama inside the office. It seemed like they only threw one punch. Probably the boss. Leo. What do you take her for? Have you even considered her feelings? She's willing. Oh my God. As expected from a rich heiress, so bold and progressive. I sneakily glanced back at the female lead of our story. Damn it. What is that woman doing with that beautiful face? How can she be smiling so creepily? It suddenly got very quiet inside. So quiet that I could hear their breathing through the door. A long time later, the boss spoke again. Are you sure? I'm very sure. And let me be frank, she loves you more, but she has feelings for me too. She even worked out a schedule. Something feels off about this. Whatever. Keep listening. How did this happen? Bro, I know this is a huge shock for you. I'm willing to compromise. You can be the main one, and I'll be the side piece. A long sigh. A fist slammed on the desk. Time seemed to slow down, thick and syrupy. A long time later, the two brothers spoke at the same time. Since Chloe is willing, I'll think about it. I think Layla would also want us to get along peacefully. A pause. Then, in unison, the two brothers' voices rose in a questioning shout. Wait, who are you talking about? What does this have to do with me? My mind went blank. Before I could react, I heard a thunderous fuck. From inside. Footsteps approached. Oh, fuck me. Chloe and I made awkward eye contact, then scrambled to our feet. We tried to make a run for it. But the door was pulled open. The two people inside and the two people outside locked eyes. Then looked away. A four-person vortex of awkwardness. I think I must have forgotten to download the National Anti-Scam app. How could I have believed that bullshit about Leo likes Chloe? The person Bedrock was talking about in the comments really was me. But I don't understand. When did my cover get blown? And when did my dignity bite the dust? For fuck's sake. I forgot my own name is Layla. Layla, Bedrock. The connection was so obvious. See, I told you shitposting lowers your IQ. In the massive CEO's office, 4 people sat in 4 corners. 4 different kinds of awkward. 4 different expressions. But the same soul-crushing embarrassment. This was such good gossip. If only I wasn't one of the main characters. No one spoke. None of us knew how things had gotten so messed up. Finally, our mature boss was the first to speak. To get to the bottom of this, let's each share our perspective. I'll go first. The boss explained everything sincerely. I've liked Chloe for a long time, ever since I was 8, and said I wanted to marry her. But I was too scared to confess. So I begged her father to let her come work at my company, hoping to use my proximity to my advantage. I even asked several people her age what kind of style girls like these days. But Leo was always bothering her, asking her all sorts of questions. Leo quickly cut in during a pause. I was trying to get ideas for your New Year's gift, Layla. I gave an awkward laugh. The boss shot Leo a glare. Are you going to let me finish? Leo shut his mouth. The boss continued. So, I thought Leo liked Chloe too. And then a few days later, he came to my office and started shouting about how I could have the company, but not the girl he loved. Just as I thought. The rumors were wrong. I'm never believing gossip again. That day, Leo and I had a huge fight. I even pulled some strings to get him transferred to the branch office. As for the rest, you all know what happened. The office was particularly fond of silence today. It just kept falling quiet. After this round of silence, Chloe spoke up. I probably have the least information here. At first, Leo secretly told me that he liked Layla. He wanted me to help him plan a New Year's Eve confession. Later, rumors started spreading around the company that the two Cross brothers were fighting over a woman. So I just subconsciously assumed you both liked Layla. I don't know anything else. I just happened to come up to deliver a file and overheard the drama. So simple. So clear. So straightforward. And it just sped up the process of my public humiliation. I want to leave this planet. But I can't bear to part with that huge year-end bonus. I was praying for a miracle. Hoping that Leo wasn't Bedrock, that it was all just a coincidence. Leo finally spoke. This whole misunderstanding started with a post. Well, no miracle for me. Leo had just sentenced me to death. At first, I thought about playing dumb. But since Leo was able to identify me, he must have proof. Instead of letting him finish and being at his mercy, I decided to take the initiative. It's just a relationship, right? I steeled myself, clenched my jaw, and lunged forward, grabbing Leo's hand and cutting him off. Let's be together. Just to be safe, I added. Just you and me. Behind me, I heard 2 sharp intakes of breath. She can do that? Damn, that's a power move. In front of me, Leo was ecstatic. Really? Layla. I'm so happy, I'm a little. I could feel Leo's fumbling excitement and the careful way he hugged me. My boss took off his glasses and leaned over. He looked like that judging meme with the fat pig. I confessed everything. Don't think you can just trick your way out of this. On the other side, Chloe was also staring. Spill it. Her glare scared me so much I pulled away from Leo's embrace. Finally, I closed my eyes and started talking, picking out the least embarrassing facts. When people are stressed, they need to vent. And when they vent, they tend to say some crazy things. The boss and Chloe said in unison. Get to the point. I gave up resisting. A few days ago, I was going crazy online and posted something like, "What if my boss likes me?" As soon as I said it, I felt the boss's death glare. I quickly tried to defend myself. I was just messing around, I didn't actually mean it. But, I was too unhinged. I even posted something insane like, "What if the boss and his brother both fell in love with me?" The death glare seemed to intensify. I wanted to run. But I couldn't escape. I cherry-picked a few more details. And then, Leo might have seen it, because he asked me who I liked more. I didn't know it was him at the time. So I kept going, saying things like I liked the boss more, and some other crazy stuff about wanting the best of both worlds. With every word, I felt another dagger-like stare hit me. I swear, I was just making it all up. My hand was quietly taken. Leo picked up where I left off. Layla's not lying. I was so angry at the time that I wasn't thinking straight, and I just went to declare war on my brother. The boss rubbed his forehead. If you had just said her name, we wouldn't be in this ridiculous situation. Chloe sat in the CEO's chair, resting her chin on her left hand and tracing circles on the desk with her right. She spoke slowly. I think this is a good thing. Otherwise, with your quiet personality, who knows when you would have gotten the courage to say how you feel. The boss turned around. His eyes lit up. He lost all composure. Chloe, does that mean I have a chance? Chloe laughed lightly. I had considered you before, but I thought you liked someone else, so I gave up on the idea. Now that the misunderstanding is cleared up. As for whether we get together, that depends on your performance from now on. The boss strode toward Chloe. Wow. A front row seat to the drama. My eyes were glued to them. I was determined not to get my gossip secondhand ever again. But suddenly, the world spun. That little brat Leo had swept me up in a Princess Carrie and was taking me out of the CEO's office. Layla, stop watching the drama. Right now, we need to talk about us. The fire in my heart died out again. I was forced to answer his questions like a magic mirror. Layla, were the posts really just for fun? Uh-huh. You really don't like my brother? Uh-huh. Let me rephrase. Really? What kind of corporate drone wants to date their boss? So, do you like me? You're pretty cute. I knew you'd say that. Looks like I still have some work to do. It started snowing heavily that afternoon. Leo didn't mention the posts again. He just held my hand in his. It was kind of awkward. I tried to pull away. But he just held on tighter. Layla, I want to hug you. That's a little fast. Holding hands is nice. Leo laughed. You've always been like this. To get what you want, you have to ask for something even more outrageous. I laughed awkwardly. Finally, I couldn't help but ask. How did you figure out it was me? Your avatar. Leo squeezed my hand a little and repeated, it was the avatar. The avatar you're using, I drew it. I thought back to the meme avatar I was using. It was a pretty common one. I had collected it from some random corner of the internet. I couldn't remember where I got it. If it was funny, I saved it. How could Leo have drawn it? Leo finally let go of my hand, took out his phone, and scrolled back a few months on his social feed. It was a set of abstract, hand-drawn memes. He pointed to one. This one. I knew you liked all kinds of memes. So I drew a set myself to try and be a part of your world. But that didn't make sense. He has more than one friend. My mind was racing with questions. You have so many friends on there. What if it was someone else? Leo's elegant finger moved down to a small icon at the bottom of the post. Layla, this post was set to visible only to you. Damn it. I've been framed. My relationship started as inexplicably as my online psychosis. I have a boyfriend. Even though he promised to keep my embarrassing, unhinged secret safe, I was still terrified that a third person in the real world would find out about the posts. I deleted the account that night and ran, leaving my online followers in a state of confusion. Where'd our cyber sister go? What happened? It's only been one afternoon, and everything's gone. Oh my God, what if that analysis from the other day was right? Girl, you have to tell me, did you pick the older brother or the younger brother? Or both? The suspense is killing me. Only kids make choices. If you can, you should have them all. After that, I would often use other accounts to secretly check in on the old posts. But Leo found out. He wrapped me in his arms. I'm cold. I need you to hold me while I sleep. I refused. Leo changed his request. Then, Layla, about our future 11 children. I covered his mouth. Actually, winter is the perfect time for two people to cuddle for warmth. Your place or mine? Of course. When it comes to adults, sleeping together is never as simple as just cuddling for warmth. But at least there was one thing Leo didn't lie about. Youth really is a wonderful thing. In every way. I surrender.